My bad.
Christian forgot.
It's true. I did forget. He's not wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll teach you. You know the saying, never forget.
Yep.
That's what
Well, I'm not an elephant.
Right? Always remember to never forget.
But I'm not an elephant.
It sounds like a personal problem.
I guess it is. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I blame my new job, dedicating too much mental space to being like stressed about bullshit at that job.
Where's your new job at?
I run Yale and Gibson at a brewery over there, 377 Brewing.
Oh, okay.
It's it's not great. The kitchen's like fucking hot as shit. It's pretty rough on that front, but then also it's just like I don't mind that too much. I've worked in hot kitchens before, but but it's just very like you can tell that the owners like wanted to make a brewery first and like a tap house and restaurant second because it's very disorganized and very much so like obviously this has been run for years by people who don't really know how to run a kitchen because it's just like a mess. And it's not like disgusting or anything, but it's like just really chaotic. And I do not like that for like a working environment. I need organization to focus on work.
A little bit of professionalism.
My ADHD does not lend itself to chaotic environments if I'm trying to focus on work.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially in an environment like that. Like
Yeah. I mean, if everything's like where it needs to be and set and organized, then I can fucking crank shit. Christian will vouch for that. We've worked in several kitchens together. He knows I can crank it.
Crank it really
That's
good.
True. Shit, what are we gonna play?
Oh, well. I forgot to mute us, and so I guess we're live.
Busted.
Busted.
Now everyone knows it's Christian's fault that we were late.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
Christian. Wow.
Wow.
Let's see. Testing the Christian's video. I see nothing yet. Christian picked a game. There we go. Cool.
Well, this is the new game that new tactics game I've been playing since I moved on from XCOM. I beat XCOM. I'll talk about it on my turn. Finished XCOM 2. I mean, I guess we're starting up. I could just take my turn now.
Yeah, how was your week?
Too much.
Welcome, everyone, to the 8-Bit Show.
Oh, okay, we're doing it. Oh, Andrew, I'm not getting video from you.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I'm setting that up right now.
Okay, cool. All right.
Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah. But yes,
seem to be
welcome
capturing.
to the 8-Bit Show. Since we're jumping into it, we're doing it live.
Welcome. There it is. All right, you should have video and audio from me now.
Testing. Yes, sir. Looks good.
Sweet. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 8-Bit Show that we're totally on time for and prepared for. And accidentally make other plans and then immediately quit on those other plans and be like, oh shit, no, I gotta go actually do this. I committed to this. I gotta go do
it. We could have waited too. I mean, if you guys can come up with other plans.
No, this is fine because we can go back to what we were doing after this, and then I gotta go to work at like noonish.
Okay.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Well, let me turn down my game audio a little bit. It's pretty loud.
All that game audio. Yeah. Let me see here. For a second. Well, yeah. Everybody doing good. We're jumping into it. Andrew, take it away. Like you said you were.
All right. I'm Andrew. And I'm
gonna take it away.
I'm gonna take it away. I didn't have too much time. I started my new job, so I didn't have as much time for like video games and media this week as I normally do, since I didn't really have anything going on before. But we've been playing a bunch of Baldur's Gate 3. We got started that 4-player playthrough. One week when our D&D group, like 3 people didn't make it, so we're like, oh fuck it, we'll just play Baldur's Gate with the other 4 of us. Started a new game, and yeah, we've just been keeping that rolling. Whole lot of fun. Boy, the multiplayer in that game, it's great.
Yeah.
It really is.
And since we're already playing with our D&D group, everything feels pretty appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it started. We were enough people backed out on our D&D game that we weren't going to play, and so we just played Baldur's Gate.
But yeah, that playthrough's going really well. It's really fun. Enjoying it. I made a Sorlock.
And you said you guys weren't really taking this playthrough like seriously, right?
No, not at all. No. No, we're just. I mean, one of the guys we're playing with, he like respects his character like every time we're playing.
Yeah.
If not multiple times. That.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I lost 2 intelligence, bringing my character's intelligence down to a 6.
Nice.
So you can tell I'm really smart.
Yes. You do think that you're very smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That what's it called? The Dunning-Kruger effect or whatever. I'm the smartest one here. SMRT.
I am so smart.
I speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not well.
Otherwise,
yeah, that game sounds like it would be such a blast with all your friends joining in. So it's a max of 4, though. Is that what you said?
Yeah, unless you mod it, but yes.
Oh, you can mod it. Okay.
Which totally throws off the balance, but yes, it's 4 players.
Yeah, but yeah, you can mod it to have more players, but it will change the gameplay a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool.
So yeah, that one's been like super fun. I got I finished XCOM 2. Been through the whole War of the Chosen. Won it. We won our War of the Chosen. I beat all of the Chosen. Although some of the DLC I didn't get finished, or even really that far into. I don't know how one would like play through all of that DLC without using Long War mod. But yeah, I think it was about like 60 hours to play through a campaign. So it wasn't too crazy or anything.
Yeah, no.
Pretty tough game. Definitely a bunch of reloads. It was just like, nah, I didn't miss that 95% chance to hit. Let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and start that turn over again. I also had to find out how like roll percentages work in that game because it was a little strange, but it's It's like your chance to hit is, or your like chance to like miss or hit. Oh no, I guess that wasn't. Oh no, that wasn't XCOM. Yeah, your chance to miss or hit is like a random seed that is generated like right before you take that action based on like game state. So if you like save right before you take an action and miss and then reload that save, you'll always miss if you immediately try and take that action again. But if you do anything else and then try and take that action, it changes the game state and then the chances reseed. I found that out because I was kind of abusing save scumming and hacking. So you can either like shut down robotic enemies with hacking, and it's a much lower % chance of success. You can take control of them for a couple of turns. But I always wanted to take control of them instead of just shut them down, so I could get a little bit more firepower on my side.
Yeah.
But that was usually like a 30-40% chance, so I'd have to save scum those rolls. Until I got towards the end of the game where I had like really strong hackers and could consistently do that.
Is that like an intentional thing that they did? Or is that just a consequence of the way they designed the game? Because I know the first one was heavily. I think that's just how they handle like hit percentages in the game. Yeah, like I understand. I kind of don't, but I kind of understand like developers not wanting people to fudge with that stuff.
Right.
But you know, on the other hand, it's like, well, you know, let me have fun. But
well, I mean, the first XCOM was so like, well, the first XCOM too, but the first like of the newer XCOM, the enemy within XCOM stuff, that was all very save scummy anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, the old school like 90s XCOM games were also very save scummy, so I think they knew people would do it. But I kind of like that they have it that way, because it does force you, if you reload, it does force you to do things differently if you did miss. Which I think makes the like reloading a bit less tedious too. So you're not just like reload, do action, miss, reload, do action, miss, reload, do action, succeed.
Yeah. Very butterfly effecty. Yeah.
So yeah, pretty fun. I had a lot of fun with that. Probably not. Probably win. Probably more like a win. But it's like a shitload of mods for XCOM too. Steam Workshop stuff and everything. So next time I play, I'll probably install a few mods. They got a Long War mod that, like, I guess pretty drastically lengthens the length of the campaign, which I think I would be interested in checking out, because 60 hours in the campaign did feel like I was done pretty quickly. It felt like I didn't like run enough missions, where it was just like, oh, well, that's just it now. And also it felt like I went through the mid game pretty quickly and got up to like max stuff pretty quickly. The pacing felt a little off, and I think the Long War would make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Plus, there was some DLC where I'm just like, how do you get this done? It's just not enough time. These enemies don't show up. Because there's like an Alien Hunter DLC, I think is the one that I wasn't able to finish, where there's like 6 of these super strong enemies that'll occasionally show up on fights. And they've got like very deep health, just rows and rows of health bars. But every time you eliminate a row of health bar, they'll like just leave the map. But their health never regenerates. So when you run into them again, they've already lost that. They've already lost that health. But once you kill them, you get like unique armor and weapons based on the like critter you killed that are pretty OP. Although it was a very unpopular DLC, it kind of fucks up the like early game, because the second like monster that it busts out if you're still in the early game, there's like almost nothing you could do about it. It's got like 6 armor and like 80 health, and you're doing like 5 damage to stuff at tops. So they do kind of fuck up the early game. I think that was just like, it's like 2 of the DLCs interacting weirdly, because when the DLC came out, it was pretty good for like the regular campaign, but since I was playing the like War of the Chosen DLC campaign, they start coming out faster and run into that guy probably before you should. Whereas if you're just playing it like, well, I guess there's a way to change that too. I was playing it like integrated with War of the Chosen, which it just integrates weirdly. But if I switch it to just be a separate DLC, then it'll have its own like separate missions and separate storyline that'll pace out more appropriately with my like gear level and soldier level and stuff. But I didn't find any of that out until it's like the Steam forums. It's like, why is this like monster so fucking hard?
Yep.
The like second monster actually made me like quit and start over on my first playthrough, because I was like, my guys aren't strong enough to handle this guy. I must have fucked up at some point and just But it wasn't actually. It's just like bad integration of the DLC. It throws stuff at you a little bit faster than it oughta.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of complaints about that DLC specifically because of that. But I do think it like, I mean, if you've played the game already and have a good understanding of the mechanics, it does add a good challenge on top of what you're already doing.
Yeah, no, it sounds interesting, but yeah, that just sounds like a bit of an oversight.
Yeah, it's a little bit clumsy, but not the worst.
Yeah.
So then I picked up, I think I talked about this like a couple of weeks ago. I was thinking about picking up this Jagged Alliance 3. Check that game out. And yeah, like a week after I mentioned that, it went on sale for like 40% off, and I was like, oh well, I guess I will pick it up.
Right.
This one's pretty cool. I've never played any of the Jagged Alliance games before, but it just works like you play like CIA simulator basically. Just
I played one of them. I just don't remember.
Go commit war crimes in like some war-torn little nation state. But it's really interesting how it works, because you hire mercenaries for like a certain amount of time. So you got to keep track of all of that. After that time limit's up, you could potentially rehire them after the time limit's up, but sometimes they won't be available to rehire. So you got to like think about what mercenaries you're going to use and not, and all of that. Yeah. All of that stuff. So like, and then like travel times and stuff too. Make sure when you're moving around, there's you got like enough time and everything. You won't lose your mercenaries, but they've got enough time to get over to whatever you need to do. And this one, we're just you make money by taking over diamond mines, like the big thing. What am I supposed to be? I'm supposed to be saving the president. Yeah, there's some coup going on in this country.
You gotta extract the president.
Yeah, been tasked with saving the president. He got kidnapped and is being held hostage by some rebel forces. So I gotta hire mercenaries to go save him, and while I'm at it, go try and regain control of diamond mines, and the company that was using these diamond mines will give me a bunch of money. Or like, well, that'll be my like, because there's other sources of income in the game. You get money for completing quests, you get money just for like finding stuff. I think there's somewhere I can sell equipment, but I haven't seen a place I can sell equipment yet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the mercenaries are all like, you can build your own mercenary, or there's a whole big list of them, and they'll have like really fun and unique personalities and stuff. I still haven't actually built my own. I should probably build my own mercenary because apparently the one that you build is just free to hire. But all the mercenaries have like perks and stuff, and their costs are kind of based on how experienced they are.
Mm-hmm.
You just pay them. Pay them per like. Well, let's their like 7-day fee, but you can hire them for less than 7 days or more. You can hire them for up to 2 weeks.
Okay.
And you actually get a bit of a discount if you hire them for 2 weeks. Anytime you hire them, you got to pay their health insurance in addition to their like hire fee. But you don't have to pay their health insurance twice if you hire them for 2 weeks. So you get a little bit of savings. The 2-week hire is usually the best one to go on.
Interesting. Do you also have to pay for life insurance?
Yeah, I imagine the health insurance covers life insurance too.
Oh, it's a one inclusive package. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I don't actually know what happens to these guys if they die. I imagine they're just dead.
Hello, Justin. Justin Hurdle. That's good. Yeah, mercenaries do need health insurance.
But yeah, I'm just like not. I'm still getting through like Tutorial Island on this game. I just need to go assault the. Well, I did need to like. I don't know if I'll be able to do that though. I need to talk one lady into. Stop supplying these guys with explosives, but I gotta go assault a fortress. Like a lot of enemies there and stuff.
Yeah, assault a fortress.
Yep, extra salty fortress.
Extra
nice.
salt.
That's my favorite type of fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows that I say it all the time.
That's true. I heard you say it just now.
Yeah.
Or I could go. I guess I don't need to assault the fortress right away. I could start pushing over to the mainland. I did unlock like the ability to get off this island. I could start pushing in the mainland, trying to get some diamond mines and stuff. But it's pretty cool. There's a lot of like equipment and stuff that you got to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess not like a whole lot. It's not quite as deep as like XCOM's equipment, but it does still have a really robust like character system. They all level up as they do work for you, and then when you rehire them, they'll keep their like level ups and perks that you pick for them and stuff.
That's good.
And I don't think their prices change after they level up either. So if you pick like a cheap guy and get him really strong, just like always have a cheap guy. Although maybe their prices do change. I don't know if that's just based on like their level or anything. If they were smart, they'd raise their prices.
Right.
They'd be like, I'm an experienced merc now.
But I mean, they should give you a discount for letting them get that experience through you, right? I mean, It only seems fair.
Yes, they should. Let's see if I can get. I don't know. These guys like time limit might run out before I have a chance to even get to the mainland. How long does it take to?
Catch a ride. Oh wait, that's a different game.
Yeah, you gotta like unlock ports to be able to go over any of the water sections.
Okay.
Well, it looks like I'll have to rent another. I'll have to rent another boat if I want to come back here. That's good. I won't come back here yet. This is saying just go to the beach. We have a boat here. This beach boat.
Beach boats.
Beach boat.
Oh, there's plenty of boats there.
Doesn't seem like I can use any of them though.
Greasy basil. So
Maybe
greasy.
it's just done from the map. Oh, maybe it is just done from the map. Where did I want to go? Which was this diamond mine?
Yeah.
We take that diamond mine back. It'd be pretty big for us.
Mm-hmm. I like the basic animation there. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, that sounds cool. I might actually want to check that out. Again, I am getting a little bit of an itch for that for some strategies and whatnot. So.
Oh no, these guys got trained hyenas. I want
shit.
Dogs. Although I'll kill these dogs.
Wait, are hyenas closer to dogs or cats?
They're canine.
They are? Okay.
Yes.
Looks like a canine.
I just don't know. I mean,
I don't know either.
With the way that they are, they're very
jovial. Very jovial
That's
mammal.
True. They are very jovial.
But yeah, fired up some of the shit. I haven't had a chance to play too much of it with the new job going on, but yeah, Jagged Lights has been really fun. Let's see if I can take these guys out at the diamond mine. Other than that, Time Bandits has been sick. Loving that show.
Yeah, that's been really good.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Look forward to more of that.
Yeah, I don't know what their release is like though. It's like every few days.
Yeah, it's every 2 episodes every few days.
Huh. That's weird.
It's been very confusing. We're like, oh, I caught up, and then next thing you know, they're like, 2 more episodes are out. What do you mean?
They're just like, release it once it's ready.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, that's been a really fun show. So if you haven't seen Time Bandits, check it out. And yeah, I think that's about all I've been up to. We watched Maxine. I don't know if we did that.
We did that after the podcast. That is new.
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about that. Yes, it's the end of Tai West's X trilogy.
Yeah. With Mia Goth.
Yeah, it's the third.
It's basically just like a
movie.
Yeah, it's basically just a Mia Goth. Look how good she is.
Prestige piece is the term. Yeah,
that's it.
It is a bit of a Mia Goth prestige piece, honestly.
Nothing ultimately wrong with that. She is really good, but
she's really good, yeah, especially in Pearl. I think that one more than I think Pearl more than anything else is really shows off that like monologue she has at the end.
Yeah.
Then when she's like when the credits are rolling and stuff, yeah, Pearl's. I actually feel like Pearl's probably the weakest of the 3 movies in terms of being a horror movie. Although it's still quite good, but it's more of a Rosemary's Baby kind of horror where it's more of a watching a character descend into madness, rather than the horror I like, which bombastic blood splatter gore horror. Like I like some good splatter kills I can just chuckle at,
Yeah.
Not that there isn't solid kills in Pearl either, but nothing too great. But yeah, Maxine was solid. I quite like that one. The ending was extremely predictable.
Yeah.
But
I really thought that she was going to be. Never mind. I won't spoil anything. I started saying stuff too quickly.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that would have been more interesting. But I think that's more like that was more to show like how Maxine is like different than Pearl.
Well, I like it because too
it's a bit of a subversion because I was expecting the same thing you were. Yeah.
And it's not like they don't deal with like the trauma that she faced from X.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's only like what 5 years later, 6 years later, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 years because it's 1985 on X, and it's 1979 on X. But I think it was a good conclusion to the story for sure. Overall fun movie, though. And yes, that's about all I've been up to. I'm just watching dumb shit on YouTube.
As we all do.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get my YouTube Premium back.
I can't wait for you to get that back either, actually. I can't wait for you to get my YouTube Premium back either.
Trying to listen to music is not really easy.
Ad-filled now?
Oh, it's like every song. It plays like 2 ads.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't like close your phone out. Like you can't put it into like the sleep mode. Otherwise it shuts off.
Oh yeah. That's always been a thing. Actually, it might have been like the first few months, but
that's the worst part. Like ads, whatever. I can usually skip them or just deal with it, but the not being able to like put my phone into sleep, which just kills battery life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And not to mention sometimes like it'll just go off because my phone is falling asleep. It's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember shortly after I got YouTube Premium. Well, I guess I actually had the music. It was back when it was Google Music.
Yeah, and I was talking about that to somebody else too. Like Google Music was like legit, and you got YouTube Red with it.
Yeah, and Google, I just don't understand why. Like Google Music, just bring all this stuff, the same features over. It's okay, just rebrand it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, and they didn't. They totally shittied the service.
Just do everything on the back end that you need to like integrate it or whatever. But I don't know.
They wanted to make more money. They wanted to make more money.
Well, I honestly don't. Like, yes, they did because they already had all those licensing agreements. But I feel like there was something in there that probably made the licensing stuff a lot more difficult. If they would have just rebranded everything. But I don't know. I feel like just take the fucking hit. You're still gonna make the money, but now I don't know. There's no good music service out there anymore, so.
No, Google Music was pretty legit.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, with that rant, take it away, Christian.
Well, I did a little bit this week. I also mostly worked, so I haven't been like super into playing games when I get home. Usually it's like I'm burning up from my walk home because it's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
But I just like splay out, you know? Like take off all clothes and splay that shit.
Let everything cool off.
Playing some Dusk right now. Just some old, what is the boomer shooter?
Yep.
I haven't played with this. They did like an HD update where they kind of changed some of the textures and stuff, which I hadn't had a chance to look at yet, so just checking it out. It looks nice.
Yeah, it does. Good stuff.
Yeah, there's Time Bandits, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. I was saying, like, even though it's made by Taika, and you can feel the Taika in like the directing. You also feel a lot of Terry Gilliam influence in it, which is super nice, being as that's who created the original movie. and it just feels kind of like a labor of love. Like, no one asked for this. No one was going, oh, we need a TV show of Time Bandits. Because everyone was like, what the fuck movie are you talking about?
What the hell is Time Bandits? It was not a Terry Gilliam movie that I was familiar with.
But it's just been, like, you can just feel, like, you know, like I said, you can just feel the Gillian in it, which is really fun. Fun little story, especially for like all ages. Like, it's definitely one you could like check out with your kids, your whole family.
Like Deadpool.
Exactly like Deadpool.
Exactly like Deadpool. If you have the right family. But yeah, we watched Maxine. Talked about that a little bit, so there's not much more to say there. Stole all my stuff. Stole all my talking points. My day is ruined.
Mission success.
I was a little worried I wasn't actually going to be able to do the podcast this weekend, as I was having some issues with Comcast or Xfinity. And then Google has become such garbage with their AI search engine shit that the first result for looking up Xfinity sent me to a scam site or a scam phone number.
Oh, that's
while I was trying to reach out to them. And
oh yeah, I don't follow anything that their fucking AI says.
Like midway through the conversation, I started to kind of pick up on it, and then I got a message on my phone from Xfinity. Oh, you reset your password, and I lost my shit. I was like, why the fuck are you resetting my password? And then they're like, oh no, we didn't. That must have been you. And I was like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing, but thankfully I have like 2-factor authentication, so I was quickly able to go like change the password back.
Yeah, important to turn that on for sure, whenever you can for whatever service. Because yeah, shit like that. I mean, that's super shitty because it's like Google took you there.
Yeah, right, like first result. And then I looked again, I typed in Google again and looked. Actual Xfinity was the 4th result.
Yeah.
That is absurd.
No, their search has been getting worse and worse and worse. And like, what's the shittiest part about it is they're still the best. Because I tried switching to Bing for work. Fucking useless. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, from what I understand, Bing is only good for like certain things.
Yeah,
it's about time to go back to Jeeves.
Oh, I know what it is. It's Bing's super popular for finding very niche pornography.
Oh, okay.
That has been Bing's biggest thing.
Actually, I feel like Bing's biggest thing was when they had that deal with Xbox. Like, I think they were doing it during the 360, but it was like with the Gold Pass. If you did like a certain amount of searches on Gold Pass, they would send you like a free month of Xbox Game Pass.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I was doing that for a while.
that was another time.
But yeah, I got my internet stuff all sorted out, which was nice, and I even got my bill lowered.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It hooked you up with the promo.
I recently found out that because I was like, okay, with me possibly starting a business and maybe quitting my job, I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do yet, but with all these things happening, it was like maybe I should cut down on some bills and whatnot. I'm probably gonna like unsubscribe from all the streaming services because fuck them.
Yeah, the only one I really want is YouTube, and that's for music and because I watch a lot of YouTube.
Exactly, same here. That's one of the only things I'm gonna keep.
I didn't mind having Amazon, but I mean, but then they like changed this. You gotta pay them more so they don't just play you ads anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna get rid of
all of them are getting. Yeah, all the services just keep getting shittier. That's cool.
Yeah, so cool. But I was looking at what I could do to lower my Comcast bill, and apparently now for the highest upload speed, which is still only 35 megs here, you have to get the highest plan. Like, they don't offer that speed at the lower plans anymore. They used to. So that was annoying to find out.
Yeah, I think I was able to lower my bill like $20, which isn't very a whole lot.
Hey, it's something. Say $20 here, $20 there. It can add up.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Shoot. What else? There's Baldur's Gate 3. My character got a curse and their intelligence went from an 8 to a 6, so that's been fun.
Get dumb as hell.
Be dumb as fuck.
Oh, that's good. Could be worse.
Hey, he's not playing any.
I mean,
he's not playing a wizard, so it doesn't actually matter.
It could be worse. That could be like one of my main skills,
Yeah,
but no,
wizards,
it's a dump stat anyways.
I think wizard is the only class that has to really worry about. Well, I guess like there's some subclasses you might worry about intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
The arcane trickster rogue is going to use intelligence for their magic casting, and the eldritch knight fighter going to use intelligence.
Yeah, I think so.
But neither one of those classes are all that great. Although I have actually heard arcane rogue's pretty good on Baldur's Gate. I never really liked it on the tabletop.
Going.
Wait, you're playing a cleric, right, Christian?
Yeah, a cleric bard.
Claude.
Claude.
Barrick.
I like Barrick. Barrick's good. That sounds like something. Claude sounds... That's not a good mouthfeel, you know?
It makes me fucking laugh.
I like that word though. Claude.
Nope. It's a little... I don't know.
It's just fun to say, you know?
No, I think Barrick's funner to say.
Well, no one cares what you think.
I can't.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
It was uncalled for.
It was. That's okay. That's what we're here for.
Oh, well, then you did call for it. Yeah, I mean, and that was mostly it for me. Kind of doing the work thing again, thankfully. My new job's pretty fun. Or, I guess not fun, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for me, really.
Okay.
Not much.
That's okay. I probably have even less here. So, what have I been doing? Well, okay. Let's start off with Inside Out. I didn't talk about that last time, right?
No, you did mention.
You mentioned it on the golfing
stream
stream.
when we were playing golf.
Yeah. So, we actually saw that just before the last podcast we did. So not last week, but like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I totally forgot to mention it. It's super cute. I think it's if you're into the Disney, it's totally worth watching it. I don't know. It's one of those things where lately, like, you know, Disney, Pixar movies, it's like sometimes they just don't hit right, you know? Not that they're bad, they're just, I don't know. It feels a little lackluster. But so far, that hasn't really been the case with the last few that I've seen. So that's good. And this one, you know, it has a bit of some heartstring tugs on it, but it's not that bad. It doesn't feel like what there is. It feels like it earns it, you know. So yeah, I think overall it's actually a pretty good quality sequel. The new characters that they introduce, like, they're fucking hilarious.
I never even saw the first one.
You should really see the first one. You should see both of them, Christian. I think
downloaded,
you would really like them.
I downloaded what's that other kids movie that came out? If.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to check that out too.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Imaginary monsters.
Yep. Yeah.
Or imaginary friends.
And I hear that's really good.
It looks cute, so that's why I downloaded it.
Yeah, but yeah, so for a family film, it's pretty good. I highly suggest it. So I've been playing a little bit more of Spirit of the North, good little puzzle game. That's what I have pulled up on the screen, and you guys can check it out this time around. But yeah, I mean, it's just really straightforward in the fact that you just gotta figure out the puzzle. I'm a little stuck right now because I'm distracted by talking.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have no idea where to go. But yeah, it's a fun little game. So I think it's on sale right now, but it's worth it. It's super cute. It's actually, I wasn't expecting it to be like the graphics to really stand out. Even when I was like watching the trailer, but yeah, what they managed to do with color and the fidelity of it, it's really beautiful game. So
that's cool. I like when, like, even like the simple games, like sometimes simple graphics can just look like good. Yeah. And these ones, they're not even like simple graphics. Like they took the time. They spent some time on like putting detail onto you know, rocks and the terrain, and you know, even the staff here is it's more than I would have expected from such kind of a low-key game like this. So yeah, good on them. There's only one problem that I have, and that's while streaming. Since I have it in like full screen, whenever my mouse goes off of the main screen, the game wigs out. So that's the only problem that I've had performance wise with the game so far. So let me think. So we finished for me the rewatch of Shannara Chronicles season 2. So overall, what I'll say about Shannara is that the shows, they're all right. The second season's, it's better than the first season. It's more intense. The story's a little better. I liked the ending. It's too bad that it says to be continued and they have a big cliffhanger at the end. They ain't coming back from that though. But the only problem is that for some reason they felt the need to like give you flashbacks from earlier in the season to remind you of little things that happened. I guess this is just something from like TV shows, like actually being on TV, that they still do. Yeah, I remember like a lot of episodes would start their, a lot of TV would start their shows at like little, this is what happened last time, and then they'll give like hints during that of kind of what you can expect to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is the like plot, the season plot thread that will be
exactly
covering
right
today. Yeah,
and that's fine, but this was like, oh, we're like 20 minutes away from ending. Let's replay a scene because somebody said the thing that we really want you to remember from 5 episodes ago. So
it's weird to do it during the episode.
Yeah, it took me out of the episode, and I thought everything else about that episode was perfectly fine, except for maybe they didn't let Eritrea kick some more ass than what she should have. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I enjoyed it, but it could have been better. That being said, though, I'm super excited to read the third book. The second one was pretty cool. The difference is it's so different from the TV show. Same basic story, but like all the details are different. So yeah. Other than that, though, I don't think I got anything. Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, that's it for me. Unless you guys can think of anything else that I did.
I saw you guys
with us.
Yeah, I saw you play Golfy.
That's true.
And Zelda.
Oh yeah, that's right. Played some more Zelda. We're doing the clothing hunting now, so.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, there's so much clothing in that game. Jeez.
Yeah, I was always keen on collecting the outfits.
Cool.
I saw you guys got like the frog suit. Is that right?
Yeah. We completed the frog suit a while ago, but now I think we just upgraded it enough to get the slip proof attribute. So
yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. Being slip proof is fucking amazing in that game.
It can be really handy.
Yeah, that's one of the best things that they've added in.
I just found a Cthulhu reference
in
this game. Found the little Cthulhu statue from
Call of Cthulhu.
From Call of Cthulhu, yeah.
Oh, nice. The ancient idol.
Yeah, even the description starts like going off into Cthulhu talk.
That's fucking awesome. I approve of that.
Pretty funny. That's cute, right?
Cthulhu.
Yeah. On to the news?
Sure. I have a little bit.
Yeah.
I think.
You think?
I think you do too. We're gonna hold out on us with that news.
I do like to hold out on you guys, like specifically.
Will you throw those in the chat so I can bring them up on the screen?
Guess.
Listen, I'm trying to do a service here.
Service. Giving you a service.
While you're doing that, I'll give one little piece of news that I got here.
Okay, go. Go for it.
So, from IGN...
I said go already.
Russian chess player has been accused of poisoning rival's board with toxic mercury.
Okay, let's see. It's like I can leave that off the list.
Dude, this is absolutely crazy.
I saw I actually saw it on X, so never sure what to really believe, but the video was like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Although it is like alleged.
Yeah.
And the person did
alleged.
get sick.
Yeah.
Her opponent did get sick.
I don't know if they've actually been tested. But I mean, because I feel like
chess players are insane, right? You got that one guy who was accused of using a butt plug.
Right, like the level of cheating that's happened.
I remember that. Yeah,
like it's been in the last 10 years. It's like, what is going on?
Chess players, man, they're another league.
I think it's. I mean, I think the problem it's such an old game that like
that's
game,
not even
game
the right
theories.
one.
Game theory is already like completely laid out for chess.
Yeah,
like you could show someone just you show somebody your opponent's opening move, and they could just look at how to win from there.
Yeah, right.
Because that game theory's already been played for hundreds of years. Game theory's already been figured out for it. So the only way to be better than someone else at this point, besides like memorizing all that game theory, which if you're competing at like a master level, then you know all of that already. You know, the only way to improve beyond that is cheating.
Yeah.
It's because they do that like national ranking thing. Everyone has like a rank.
Yeah.
Or like a level. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
It's very weird. Very, very weird.
The most I know about chess comes from the book I read, The Wandering Inn.
Oh, yeah.
The main character plays chess and introduced chess to a number of people in the world that they went to. But they talk about like the professionalism of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
Quick question here. So Justin asks, did you guys see the Cthulhu themed city builder on Steam?
I do. I have it wishlisted.
Yeah, I did not see this. So
what was it?
It's a Cthulhu themed city builder.
Cthulhu themed city builder. Yeah,
I'll pull up the name of it. I just.
You mean RimWorld with the newest DLC?
No.
RimWorld with mods.
Worshippers of Cthulhu.
Oh.
Okay. So it's actually using the IP, which I think is completely free because it's public domain.
Yeah.
It's like city builder, like, you know, SimCity style.
Right. Yeah.
But there, let's see.
Oh, that looks fun.
I'll give the little description. You are a harbinger of destruction, but the herald of cosmic rebirth. Your purpose is not to sow chaos, but to embrace the inevitable evolution that awaits us all. Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of cool.
That sounds like what I want.
I kind of like city builders a little bit.
Yeah.
Although I'm more into, like, I guess, colony builders.
I mean, it's been a while since I've done a city builder, so I'm actually interested in this because I was not too long ago, a few weeks ago.
You can download the demo just released really recently, so you could go check it out.
I'm downloading it as we speak. There's no like official. There's no date. It's just planned.
You can lead a cult of Cthulhu, decide the fate of your followers, perform eldritch rituals, and master the art of city building. In a world where the line between sanity and madness blur, can you endure the horrors you unleash?
Unleash the horrors. Cool. Yeah, we'll check that out for sure. I'm gonna check out that demo. Why'd you add the Sonic thing in here 3 times?
I was trying to add another article, but it kept
not copying.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
What
do you got?
So, God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Comes out next month. Pretty well for PC. I'm pretty excited because I have like held off on a lot of like knowing anything about that game.
Yeah, I held off on like spoilers for that. Other than like the design for Thor, I don't really know anything about.
Yeah.
What happens in the game?
Besides some like screenshots I've seen because, you know, news articles.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much, so I'm really excited. But they released the system requirements for it. Most of them seem pretty reasonable, but my God, do you need a lot of space?
Yeah.
As it's quickly approaching 200 gigabytes. It's 190
crazy
gigabytes of SSD space.
There's just no optimization in games anymore.
They just...
Honestly,
it's insane. That's a good thing that like
is pretty bad about it too.
Yeah,
it's a good thing that like stuff is getting like, you know, memory is getting cheaper. But my God, I don't have to use all the memory.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. So I don't know. But
I can't wait
a little upset
to uninstall a number of games so that I can play Ragnarok.
Right.
Pretty looking forward to that. But size of games, man, was it the new Call of Duty game is supposed to be over 200 gigs too.
Wow. Yeah, there's just no optimization.
Those were like the list of games that I have on my Steam library. Most of them are like so small that I could just have like almost an infinite number of them. Feeling like, like I have like almost 100 games, and most of them don't take like a gig combined.
Right. So here's recommended specs for if you want to play an Ultra. This is 4K at 60 frames per second. An NVIDIA RTX 4070 Ti or AMD RX 7900 XT for the GPU. For the CPU, i5 11600K, don't recommend. Or the Ryzen 7 3700X, it's pretty good. 16 gigs of RAM, Windows 10, and of course 200 gig SSD.
The recommended stats are pretty reasonable though.
Yeah,
like 1080p, 60 frames a second.
Even that Ultra, it's like, okay, like, yeah, the graphics card, you want it to be pretty high. That's not even top tier right now, so.
Well, I mean,
I
like the
cool.
recommended, which is like medium settings,
yeah, are
pretty easy. You just need a at least RTX 2060 or an RX 5700.
Yeah, which is pretty cool because with I know that Rianne really wants to finish up the first one so that she can play Ragnarok, and her system will fit into the specs. So
yeah,
it goes to show you, like, if you have stuff even from 5 years ago, even medium range stuff, it's still pretty viable today.
I still play like I have a higher graphics, like I'll probably still play Ragnarok in medium settings. I usually just like to like run things pretty light.
Yeah,
I don't care about graphics though. I'm not that, nor am I like an FPS competitive player who really needs that like more than 60 frames a second type stuff.
I'm okay with 60 frames. Like that for me, that's like, it looks really nice and smooth.
Perfect.
Yeah, 30 frames per second, it's still playable for me, but like the difference between 30 and 60, it's something I can notice, definitely.
30 and 60 I notice a lot.
But yeah, beyond that, it's kind of
like... But beyond 60, I rarely notice a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are big memory settings. Lots of games coming out with huge memory requirements.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll only get worse. Okay, so we got Fortnite here. Fortnite, they are going to, as Polygon put, remove FOMO from future battle passes. It's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing.
Why do I not believe them?
Well, no, they definitely are. What they're doing is they're going to take unique items that are part of the battle passes, and they're going to put them in the store. So now you can buy them.
Okay.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad decision for them. But I think that some players might be a little upset that they worked so hard to get something that's unique to not have it be unique anymore, which is something that I'm like,
yeah, but what about the people who didn't just work hard, but they just paid the cash for it?
Exactly, right? Like they just picked it up. There's, I mean, I think there's pros and cons on every point on this, but I don't think it's a big deal either which way, honestly. However they decide that they want that to work, I think it's fine, because I get it too. Like if you missed out on an event and you want to be able to pick up something that maybe you just didn't even know existed before, right? It's kind of a bummer when you're like, oh damn, I wish I could have joined in and gotten that. I definitely would have like played more or whatever.
Well, that, and it's not fair to the people who like, mostly adults who don't really have the time of day to try and get through like a battle pass. That's why I've always approved of like, you know, the like permanent battle pass thing, like Helldivers does and stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know.
It just sticks around. Once you purchase that, you have your whole life, and there's no time limit to get this stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. It's another thing too, where I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing if a game wants to do that. I don't know. But this is just my opinion. Like, there's plenty of things that I've had to miss out on in life. I don't really care about digital things and video games and stuff and whatnot.
I do not suffer from FOMO myself. Yeah. I could care less. If I don't get it, I don't get it.
Yeah, but I do get where people can be upset and whatnot.
I get it because of my experience in playing like ESO and stuff, you know, and something happens and you're like, oh, or you see something in the shop, you're like, oh,
yeah,
that would be cool to have. But I also don't experience so bad that I need to do something about it.
Yeah, no. For me, it's like, it's in my brain. It's like, that would have been cool. And then it's gone.
Yeah. That's a neat thing. Too bad I will never get it.
Yeah.
Let's see. So landlords, am I right?
You're right. When you're right, you're right.
Landlords be crazy. There was a incident with a girl from
hear about this. Jesus.
From I think Spain or Mexico. Was looking for apartments and noticed that one of the ads for an apartment was showing off pictures from The Sims 4. So the landlord had like rebuilt the apartment in Sims 4.
Oh, okay.
But to be assured, it not gonna be at all like that. Like,
yeah.
First off, I guess they went and looked at the apartment. And the place was like not only dirtier but smaller. And the pictures don't even look that great. So you could tell that it was just some like shithole apartment.
Yeah. Interesting.
But man, that should be like, I'm sorry, that should be like illegal. That should be like under false advertising. Of course, they live in another country, so I don't know what their laws there are on that. But
I don't know. That's interesting.
I feel like you might not be able to get away with that from like here in the States.
I think you might be able to, because you don't. Well, okay. I don't know. You might be right here. Because a lot of apartments do the whole like, here's the floor plan layout, you can look at it in 3D. But I think every time that I've looked at those, they've come with pictures of the actual, I shouldn't say the actual
yeah, I've seen
like a model.
I've seen 3D
apartment.
tours and stuff, but they don't, like, even though like you know the apartment isn't going to look quite like that, but there's always like the this isn't, like when you look at those, there's always that little statement that this isn't an exact replica of it. And then they usually also show pictures of the actual place.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They usually don't. In a lot of ones that I've seen, they're usually a model, which always looks better. Right.
I mean, like the floor plan thing you get pretty used to.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like if it's a close enough representation that might be legal. But with it being in Sims, how close can you actually get? I don't know. It's definitely weird. But this just shows like the importance of, you should definitely check out an apartment or house with your own eyes, or have somebody you trust check it out with their own eyes before you agree to anything.
Yeah, which makes it hard when you're trying to like move states and stuff.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, my parents are looking to get a house in another state. And she was telling me the price on this house, and granted, like where they want to move to, it's like the price of housing out there is not that bad. It's not like what happened here in Albuquerque, but still, it's a really good price. And I was just like, well, send one of our family members out there, make sure they take a look. because you just never know. So, but that's crazy. They've rebuilt it in The Sims. Like, who even has that idea?
I thought it was just a silly article to bring up.
It is. But it's so weird.
It's also just kind of disturbing, like the length that like some landlords will go to.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
you know, the whole like landlord joke of like painting over like light switches and like fixtures and stuff.
It's true.
To clean up the place.
Yep.
Is always funny, but this is like a whole nother level.
Well, I gotta say, at least it sounds like they let them actually see the apartment, which is, I think that's at least the right thing to do. Like, sure,
it does seem only fair, but it is very weird that you advertise it through pictures of The Sims.
Right.
Like, why not just take some pictures?
Well, I bet you what they wanted to do was give like the floor plan layout, like some of those like higher cost apartments do, and they're like, oh,
I guess so.
I have this game that pretty much does this.
In a way, I can see it being somewhat clever to do that for your floor plan.
Yeah, but it is also very strange. People are weird.
Yeah, I thought it was a very silly article.
All right, so next up here, I got some Zelda Tears of the Kingdom news. Glitches keep being discovered for this. I don't know if you saw there's a glitch with duplicating items that came out not too long ago. It's super.
I remember hearing something about it.
Yeah, it's super easy to do. It's crazy because you could just dupe items all day long. Well, apparently using a variety of glitches, somebody has now found that you can end up with a Master Sword labeled as MSG not found, which makes it unbreakable. So, yeah, if you want to get an unbreakable Master Sword, then now's your chance. I think there. Yeah, okay. This article does say there was a glitch that did do the same thing previously, but Nintendo did patch that out. So,
if you guys keep sharing it, this one's got to get patched out too.
I don't know if it will. I don't know if they're done doing patches for that game unless it's like something big. I mean, the game's over a year old. No DLC for it.
No, the game was. The game was conceived as DLC for the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't really find the article, but I remember seeing in like the last couple of weeks that someone found like a new speedrunning path in
oh, that's always cool.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time. Oh.
Yeah, it was like a crazy fast time.
Did you find a new saves, new time saves on?
What? It was a really
exploiting some glitch.
Yeah, of course. I mean, at this point,
well, that's really the only way to optimize speedruns.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're doing like glitchless speedruns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true. I mean, there are different categories.
There's different categories, and they have different things. 100% speedrun's going to be different than
just any percentage.
Yeah, 80%.
I could not find the article this morning, so I don't have too much news, but on what the glitch was, but that's cool. I like the speedrunning community. I've said it before, most wholesome community in gaming.
Yep. Usually.
There's cheaters and stuff like that, but like they're like
usually it's fine.
Their like enthusiasm about like sharing and finding stuff is compared to the rest of like the gaming world.
I don't know, and yeah, really Mario Kart has one of my favorite categories. The Blue Myself.
So first to rage quit.
No, it's the one where you have to get in last to get a blue shell, and then
get to first,
and hit yourself with the blue shell. It's It's a thing. It's so ridiculous.
That's definitely, I guess, a challenge to put
I just
for
don't know
yourself.
how you even, like, somebody comes up with that idea. Just like, you know, it would be great if I threw a blue shell and hit myself with it.
By playing the game too much, that's where that came in.
Hey, I've played that game too much. That thought has never crossed my mind.
Well, then clearly you haven't played enough, have you?
Fair enough. All right, what you got next?
Let's see. Sega is delisting 2011's Sonic Generations from Steam and Xbox game stores. They're doing it to make way for the game's upcoming expanded remaster. So they're not doing it technically in a bad way, you know, like we've seen in some others where it's just going away.
Yeah.
They're bringing out Sonic X Shadow Generations. And so they're basically just replacing the original with this.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of nice because it takes away the confusion of which one to get.
Right.
Not that I've really had a problem with that, but I've heard stories of, like, you know, parents want to get their kid a game and they buy the game their kid asked for, but it wasn't really the game their kid asked for because they bought the wrong title one.
Yeah.
And I guess I actually have had that happen before. I bought when I bought Diablo 2 back in the day. I had, like, saved up, like, my, you know, chore money and stuff like that, and we went to Hastings, and I saw the Lord of Destruction thing, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll buy this. I really like Diablo. And so I bought Lord of Destruction, not realizing that it was just the expansion pass. And got really sad because...
Well, that's the other thing that I really like, because when I picked up Descent 3 for the first time, you know, the box that I saw, it was one of those where, like, the front side of the box has, like, the main game and the front side advertises the big DLC for it, and they have both inside of it. But there is no regular Descent 3 anywhere around there, even at you know, I think this was actually at Hastings too where I bought it. Again, what was just cool about it is that it had both inside of there. Like, more games should have done that back in the day, you know. Yeah,
I remember I was all distraught and hurt.
I bet. Yeah,
and, like,
that's just annoying.
It was like a week later. My mom felt pretty bad, and they went and purchased the base game for me so I could play it.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't getting much I never really got much as far as, like, you know, allowance chores wise.
Oh yeah, no.
I had to do, like, my chores were chores. I just had to do them.
Right.
But if I did extra stuff,
yeah,
then I could get, you know, paid for it. So it would have taken me a while to save up the money to.
Yeah. But that, getting some game preservation is cool. I'm all about it. The way they're doing it seems great.
But yeah, the publisher did say on X, existing owners of the title will still be able to download and play as well. Lastly, we are happy to confirm that mods on the Steam version will not be affected, which is pretty cool for any mod community.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
So for once, we get a delisting story that isn't all that bad.
Yeah, for sure. So this one I didn't actually read the article for. I just saw the headline and it kind of got me a little excited because it could be cool. It's a cool idea. Dragon Ball MOBA game. It's called Dragon Ball Project Multi, at least currently. Gonna be a top-down RTS game. It features 4v4 battles. I don't know. Something about this is just like, okay, this could really fit for Dragon Ball. Like, I feel like I really like, as much as I don't like Dragon Ball, the games that I have played have been really fun. Now granted, I haven't played a lot of them. What was that one that we played a lot of? Was it on the Wii?
I remember I played a lot of Dragon Ball on the DS.
Mm-hmm.
The one that was just Dragon Ball where you were Kid Goku.
The one I'm thinking of, it was like a fighting game.
Oh, Budotekken or...
Yeah, there's a lot of syllables.
I remember Kevin playing a lot of those. I didn't play them too much.
Oh, you didn't play
Although
them?
they were always like kind of cool fighting games. I just never got into them. Because I'm not really all too into fighting games in general. Yeah,
that's fair.
Unless it's Smash Brothers or Marvel versus Capcom, I don't want anything to do with it. And Mortal Kombat's alright, I guess.
But yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that it could be good. So we'll see. We'll see. Could be fun stuff, but might have to actually check it out.
I have was it Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
Oh yeah,
on the PC.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just kind of going through the whole Dragon Ball Z saga.
Oh,
I actually haven't played too much of it, but it is fairly fun, like JRPG style, with some fairly fun combat mechanic stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z games are okay.
Yeah.
Although I don't really like MOBAs, so it doesn't really.
Neither do I, but again, it feels like it can lend itself, like specifically the IP can lend itself well for me to actually check this out.
I mean,
so
it will probably do fairly well because Dragon Ball Z fans be cray.
Oh yeah, no. There is a regional test scheduled. I don't know what that symbol is. From August 20th, 6 a.m. To September 3rd, 6 a.m. This is UTC. Looks like you'll be able to check out the game. So yeah, on Steam.
That'd be cool. I guess before my last thing, I just have like a deals.
Yeah.
Good gaming deals. To tell people about.
Yeah.
Mostly because Capcom is probably one of my favorite companies, at least as far as gaming. I think they still put out great games.
They're generally good. I mean, like across the board. They're generally good company.
Although this is definitely more of a Street Fighter thing. So if you are a Street Fighter fan, this bundle might be good for you. Humble Bundle has Capcom Summer 2024 Humble Bundle.
Mm-hmm.
There's 12 titles.
Yeah.
Most of them are little collections. So there's the Capcom Fighting Collection, which includes Darkstalkers, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, and a bunch of old Street Fighter games. They also have the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, which has Final Fight, Captain Commando, King of Dragons, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, a bunch of the side-scrolling beat 'em up games. Then you also Ghost Trick Phantom Detective.
Ghost Trick. What it's about?
The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, Dead Rising 3, Apocalypse Edition, Dead Rising 4, Frank's Big Package, Dragon's Dogma, the first one, Dark Arisen, the 30th Anniversary Collection of Street Fighter, and Street Fighter V Champion Edition. All for about $30.
Yeah, $30 or more is what you gotta pay. I was actually looking at this last night. I was like, I don't have the Dead Rising games on my PC.
Yeah, I saw the Dead Rising ones. I was like,
Fighters. I don't. In fact, I don't have any of
not
these games
too worried about the Street Fighter, but the beat 'em up bundle.
Oh, Street
I
Fighter.
do like those beat 'em up games.
That's a different game. Really good though.
Street Fighter?
Yeah, Street Fighter.
That's a good one. It's one of the best games. Classic.
But yeah, it's a good deal. Honestly, these are some quality games. So I'm actually thinking about picking this up for $30. Actually,
Not bad.
maybe do 35 just to give a little bit more. Cause yeah. Do they still do where you can? I haven't done a Humble Bundle in a while. Do they still do the thing where you can adjust the slider on how much is given to developers versus a charity versus Humble?
I haven't seen that in a while. But
yeah,
maybe I just haven't seen it. I know that you can often pick where, like, a charity that they'll donate to.
Oh, okay.
And you can often pick, like, because it's between like one of like 4 or 5 choices.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Check it out for sure. So I have one more thing that I don't even know. This whole thing, it just is constantly popping up in my news feed. And I don't know, it's all the Mr. Beast stuff. All these allegations against him and whatnot. And it sounds like there's more people coming out to speak out against him and the company and whatnot. It's one of these things where, like, I don't really want to talk too much about this because there's so much we do not know. But I even saw Legal put up a whole video on it. And like the thing is that right now, what it sounds like is that Mr. Beast might be taking this guy to court eventually. I forget the name of the guy who's originally put up these complaints on his YouTube, but he asked for a cease and desist, and this guy keeps continuing to put out videos. But what's really weird is that he's putting out episodes of it, and that feels really disingenuous to me. Like he's trying to.
It feels pretty scummy.
Yeah,
that's a little ironic to call what he's doing disingenuous, considering what he's
blaming Beast on being disingenuous.
Being extremely disingenuous. Yeah.
Exactly, but like, and that's the thing too, is that like he's the whole thing of like, oh, he's done illegal, sweepstakes or whatever, illegal contests. It's like
that's actually brought the attention of like higher authority are investigating Mr. Beast now.
Yeah,
I think technically it's not wrong. It's not slander if it's not wrong.
Well, so that's the thing is that and this was something that I saw on Legal. He basically looked through and was like, okay, so there might have been one competition that he had in his early days that wasn't legal, but the rest of everything actually looks to be completely legit.
Most stuff seems pretty legit.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it's one of those things where I think he's.
Well, unfortunately, he's just doing a lot of like scammy stuff too, right? Like
there was also all the claims that like he did all those. He had all those like big videos with the big contests, and the winners were his friends.
Yeah,
and they were like the Squid Games thing that he did,
which isn't necessarily illegal. It's just
no.
It's just it wasn't a game at all. It was just scripted content from the get out, which more calls into question the authenticity of the channel versus like whether or not he's running official sweepstakes.
Right. And this is the other thing that I was I think it was on Philip DeFranco that he was addressing, basically saying he looked through those contests and statements that they had put out, and they were completely open, I guess, about all of this stuff. That basically the big one that they were talking about, which was the boys versus girls video. Again, I don't watch Mr. Beast, so I don't know any of these videos very, very well.
I don't either.
I watched the video with all of these claims that you're talking about. I didn't watch the Legal Eagle video about it, but I watched the video itself.
And
but I don't watch Mr. Beast either. I only know about this controversy because I saw that video.
Yeah, and I haven't watched this guy's video, all the claims, like, but you know, I've only watched the Legal Eagle video. I've seen tons of stuff, like, you know, on websites that I visit, and then the Philip DeFranco video that I saw where he was kind of explaining everything. But he was saying that there were statements put out whenever they have to put somebody into a video that they know of, that they've done that every time and explained the reasoning behind it. Specifically for the boys versus girls video, since it was done during COVID, contestants who got COVID were replaced by people who worked for Mr. Beast because they needed to throw somebody in there last minute. So and I guess, again, they were completely open about that. So it's one of those things where it's like, it turns out,
it's also kind of like, it seems like more like Mr. Beast just using reality television tactics anyway for his show, which is,
exactly.
I mean, if he's doing like fraudulent lotteries and stuff, or like illegal lotteries, then so are all of these reality TV shows.
Yeah, and
that's the thing. If it is happening because like the real authorities have picked it up,
what's really going on, then it's fine.
Yeah, so
no law's been broken.
That was
and we'll find out for sure with like the actual authorities looking into it. They'll find out.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That was one of the things with the Legal Eagle video that I saw, is that there was a lawsuit where God, I can't remember which reality TV show. It might have been Survivor. I can't remember, but basically.
Oh no, I think it was Survivor. Yeah, because the other guy I think mentioned Survivor as well in his video.
And so it turns out that there could be a legitimate claim. It's the thing is, again, we don't have enough information, but it's just as likely to be completely on the level, according to Legal Eagle. So it's something that maybe, but all the other, like, I remember seeing a clip where he was complaining about how some of the graphics were fake, like some of the scenes in some videos where there's explosions, how they were fake. It's like, yeah, no, duh, they're standing right next to an explosion. Like,
that costs a lot of money to set off reil explosions, dude.
It's also incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, that's why it costs a lot of money, because you have to have like fire department.
Oh yeah, I know. And so
I know when I did the Terminator movie, one of the reasons we had to do shooting out in Algodones.
Oh, you're in Algodones for that?
Part of it, because they did. One of the parts was a whole bunch of like firebomb explosions and stuff. So we had to go to a not heavy populated area. We had to have fire department there. And I'm sure it was very expensive to have all that there. There was a lot of shit going on.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. It's one of these things where
You mean YouTube is fake? I shouldn't just trust the stuff I see on YouTube?
Probably not.
Oh. Well, fuck. I gotta change my whole life around now.
So yeah, again, one of the things, I don't think anybody should have any judgment on this at this point. There's so much we don't know. If these are legitimate
I
concerns.
judge Mr. Beast on a lot of other things.
I think he's actually, from what I've seen, because I was pretty critical of him until I started looking at some of the stuff that he does to address that criticism that I had, and he does. Like, that's the crazy part for me, is that,
I mean, my biggest criticism of him is that he's just a real hardcore like capitalist type. It doesn't necessarily like pull anything back from him. Just doesn't really seem like somebody I would want to hang out with.
Yeah, I don't know. He's also really, really nice, though, apparently. Like, you know, a lot of the, like, giveaways that he does, like, people get screwed over with taxes and whatnot, right? And so I guess, like, for a while, he's had, you know, a legal team that kind of breaks it down for when people win these contests. And they work out a way that they can still get
something.
Yeah, get something without having to get screwed later on because they don't realize, or even just explaining to them.
Although most of the time it is not getting the thing that he filmed them getting.
Oh yeah, no, he says a lot of the times that
a lot of the fakeness, like obviously, like I don't understand why people get so upset with that one when he's obviously gonna have fakeness to it. It's a YouTube entertainment channel.
Yeah, exactly. It's very reality game show sort of stuff where, I mean, I get that some kids might not understand that because that's not explained to them, I guess, but
I think there's more harmful things out there than that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. There's a lot worse shit that's going in the news than that, but I'm sure a lot of people watch Mr. Beast, and so it's something where it's like, all right, I guess we can talk about this. But that's my opinion on it. So
yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion on Mr. Beast.
Yeah. On to more important and your last news.
Yeah. This one, reading into this one, actually, I don't know if this whole article goes into, I actually read quite a bit. I just wanted to give you an article on it.
Mm-hmm.
Bungie released or fired a bunch of people real recently. And there's some things that came out of that, you know, let's talk about terrible CEOs.
Yep.
According to a lot of sources, there's a strong sense that the CEO basically lied to Sony about their like financial standings and what they could do, and Sony set them goals based on those, you know, reportings, or you know what the CEO said that they could do.
Yeah.
And all those goals were not only unreachable, they would have been unreachable had their last two Destiny 2 expansions reached like record selling numbers. They still would not have reached what they said they could.
Yeah.
This is at the same time that the CEO is like buying his like fifth or sixth car.
Yeah.
And bragging to employees about it, who were just also complaining about not being able to afford a car.
Just what a dick move. Right?
Yeah. You hear your employees complain about a car, but go ahead and brag to them about how you just bought your fucking seventh car because you need one for every day of the week.
Right.
It seems like a lot of Bungie's issues have stemmed from the CEO and their basic greed and lack of humanity. I don't know a better way to put it.
Yep.
Because it's pretty shitty. Not only did he not like, they fired a bunch of people, like, which is bad enough. But the CEO still hasn't like tried to drop his pay at all. He's still trying to get big old bonuses. It's just so shitty. Like it's so fucking shitty.
How about you fire that guy and keep all the other employees? Rehire them back.
And of course, they address the uncertainty surrounding Destiny 2 with the mass layoffs. Yeah, it does go. This article does go into a little bit when they laid off 220 people. That's about 17% of their work staff. But CEO Pete Parsons had spent more than 2.4 million on vintage cars in over 2 years. Over the past 2 years. So within 2 years, he spent 2.4 million on cars.
Yeah.
Instead of, maybe not doing that and paying people.
Mm-hmm.
And it really sucks too, because there's so many people who have lost their jobs this year that that industry is just over flooded with qualified people trying to get a position. That just sucks. It just all around sucks.
Yeah, I hope news keeps pressing out about this guy, because it's like, I mean, I think Sony needs to drop them if they continue having this guy as CEO. He needs to step down. He needs to be the F out of there. These guys, these
Bungie is in order.
Crew should quit and make their own studio.
Yeah, Bungie is facing pressure from Sony to get its shit in order. There's been a number of the staff have publicly on Twitter and other means addressed Parsons, saying that he needs to step down. He needs to go away. And according to Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier, who's well respected, development on Destiny stuff, not great. They're stating there's a whole reason that a lot of the plans have slipped a whole year in development.
A whole year? Jeez.
People that he's talked to are a little pessimistic about even hitting its certain planned deadlines. So really just more bad management led to 220 more people losing their job.
Yeah, jeez. Well, thanks, Mr. Parsons, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Pete Parsons. You can go. You can join Yves Guillemot and Bobby Kotick as the worst CEOs of all time.
Yeah,
which is saying something, because Yves Guillemot of Ubisoft and Bobby Kotick, who doesn't even work in the industry now, are bad. They were bad.
No, this is pretty bad too. He's in the right company for sure.
Yeah, at least Bobby Kotick had the excuse that he made businesses money, so of course companies want to put him in
I guess that's true,
CEO positions.
Yeah,
even he's a scumbag. Yeah, sure, but he has a record of making profits for companies.
Yeah.
So at least he had that going for him. Pete Parsons, you spent $2.4 million on cars. Your employees can't even afford a car.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting.
No, it's complete bullshit. But yeah, that's the world we live in. Yay.
Yeah. So exciting.
Well, with that, we shall end it on another downer, as usual, as is the custom here.
As is tradition.
You're welcome.
Right? Today's downer brought to you by Christian.
Sponsored and approved by Two Littles.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Justin, for the question, and the comments and the concerns. Let's see. We do the podcast here every Saturday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And yeah, play video games and whatnot throughout the week whenever we can. So yeah, check your feeds for when we
should play some more golfy. I've been having fun with the golfy.
Right? No, that was fun. I told Ben that I'm gonna bring over my spare computer that is better than a Surface. Not great, but
so
better than a Surface.
You can try it and play golfy.
Yeah, so he can play a little bit more consistently if he doesn't have his new computer within the next week. Oh, and then for Core Keeper, yeah. Do we just want to wait till everything drops and?
Yeah, if we're gonna have to start again anyways, we might as well, because it's you know, like a little more than 2 weeks away.
Right, and we can bring our characters and whatever items we have, so that'll give us a little bit of a benefit.
And if I understand right, our characters will still be able to bring in our character to the new world.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we'll be able to bring our character back to the new world.
Oh, really?
Wait. Who told you this?
Hear about this?
This is new to me. This is news to me.
New news. But yeah. Well, until then, catch you guys next time. Love you. Bye.
Peace. Bye. Nerds. What a bunch of nerds.